to do so. Through that dance, the dream time becomes the present. In dance, they experience the power of the spirit and ancestors. And in their movements, they reenact the deeds of these particular deities of which the myth of dream times tell. So what we're saying here is, they have come in and they have destroyed basically dance music. Whereas everybody is hip-hopping, but nobody is releasing the energy to get in touch with your multi-archetypal God self through the dance. The dance is the only time when black people could do a movement that is not calculated by science. Because there is no science to calculate some motherfucker going down a soul train line to do a movement that ain't nobody seen before, and he can't duplicate. You see? So we're talking about, that's what melanin is. How can you put a name on dance? It just is. So on the other hand, it's the same thing when you're dealing with the deity system. The deity system has got to be multi-dimensional. So we just didn't have one God Allah to be bowed down to. No, we had 99 attributes of Allah that Muhammad knew about and Muhammad knew about and actually told the people to worship the Allah thing, because Bilal was his motherfucking teacher. They taught him all the shit he knew. And ain't no goddamn angel Gabriel came and whispered no shit in his ear that he didn't already know, because his damn daddy was a Sufi Kushite Muslim. That's the time, a Sufi Kushite mystical person of Arabia. So now dealing with this particular thing we're talking about, we have to get into a form of nihilism, which means you have to go to a system of blasphemy to go against every structure that the American government and your thought of what you call religion has taught you. If it says one thing, you have to do the other, because that's the way you get the melanin to working. Because the religion we have had to bow down to, if you are the creator, or you are the deity, or you are the angelic most high being, then the only way that you can understand to be the angelic most high beings is not to be worshiping the angelic most high beings, but to act as one of them. But every religion we've had is set against, as far as the organized religion where you worship, is set against you going back to your original nature. So therefore, what you have to do is, everything that's out of order is what you need to go to. Because order stops chaos. You bring order to chaos. But we brought order to chaos for a certain reason a couple of million years ago. But this particular realm is gone now, so we must disorganize chaos, which you're good at anyway. Disorganization. CP time being one of them. When we get there, that's just the way it is. You see? So, your deities or your energy can't evolve, or you can't tap into your particular energy with the system or the way you have been trained to look at religion. You see what I'm saying? Oh, they used to worship many gods. No, they were only trying to define the one God, which is melanin, which is chaos, which is always moving. How can you define water? You just have to list every element in it so you can basically get a concept of what this particular thing is. You get where I'm coming from? And this is what we have to do at this particular time. We'll go back to that in a few minutes. I'm going to deal with some things in the Bible right now. Because in the Bible, that's going to be Genesis 32:30 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 4. 1 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 25. So that's Genesis chapter 32, verse 30. 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 4. And 1 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 25. Which it says that Jacob wrestled with the angel, or Jacob was one of the only people who saw the face of God. The face of God is called Peniel, which is pineal. But in the Bible, it will be P-E-N-A-E-L. Peniel in the Bible. El means sun, or star, or the star-head ones. Pen comes from the word penis. Penis. You have two penises. Both man and woman can't get to God unless it's circumcised, but the woman don't supposed to have a certain penis down there, but the penis she does have down there is already circumcised. That's the clitoris. So she comes with the circumcised penis. The man has to circumcise his penis. The woman has a clitoris, which is a form of a penis. But they're not talking about the lower level genital. They're talking about the high level genital that both male and female have a penis, which is the pineal gland. And an uncircumcised penis is the calcified pineal gland. So you're born with a circumcised penis. So when they say the pineal gland comes from pine cone, no. The pine cone, the penis is before the pine cone. So when they named the pine cone, they named it because it looked like the head of the penis. So pine cone or pine cone is later, but first you have penis, a penuel. So penis, so penuel, so penis gives the seed, which is melanin. And in that seed is the cosmic substance that is the makeup of a star, stardust, which the star is L. Penuel is the pineal, which is the star penis, or penuel, which is the seed. You get the word seed, you get the word star, all that's talking about melanin. Penuel, or pineal in the Bible, is called the face of God. So the face of God is in you, which you're supposed to be understanding is not a God up there, but a God that is manifested down here, which is in your pineal gland, is the face of God. Go get the movie King David, 1985, with Richard Gere, where it said that only Moses and Jacob have seen the face of God. And his name was Penuel, or pineal. His name was Pineal. Right there in the King David, 1985. Then study the life of the King David, because it used to be a mythological part. And King David is actually Horus and a form of Osiris that they put in another version. You see what I'm saying? But David, in the movie and in the mythos, slew Goliath, which is the giant, with a slingshot, but what really killed him? A pebble. Right? The mystery is metaphysical. Goliath means, in actuality, the artificial realm that we're stuck in. And in the artificial government that oppresses us. But you can't slay that government with a bullet, because he got more bullets. You can win the battle, but you can't win the war. But you can slay him with a pebble. Well, what is the pebble? The pebble is a stone. And the stone is called a philosopher's stone, or the stone that the builders rejected will become the cornerstone. And the philosopher's stone is nothing but the breakdown of melanin. So when Goliath slew David, Goliath was slain by David by a stone. It was talking about David.